Hello there, Aries. Welcome to my channel. My name is Victoria. This is Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your September 2023 singles reading. For if you are single and looking for new love, this is the reading for you guys. So let's have a look and see what we've got in for the month of September. First off, we're going to kick September off with a bang. We have Venus finally going direct in Leo on September 3rd. So this is awesome. Of course, Venus is the planet of love and new beginnings and abundance and harvest, right? Bringing us resources that we need. So this is awesome indicator for new love, new romance in your life. And of course, Leo energy, very connected with the heart and with the sun and brings us a lot of passion. So this is an excellent energy for all of this. We do have a couple other things going on in September. So just so you're aware, we've got Mercury retrograde up until the 15th, right, and coinciding with the new moon in Virgo, which is on the 14th. So new moons, new beginnings, Mercury going direct, and this can really kickstart your love life or help you connect and communicate with people a little bit better than perhaps you've been finding in the last little bit. Maybe you've had some connections that have started and then fizzled out. That's that Venus retrograde stuff, okay? So at the beginning of September, though, we do have a number of planets that are in retrograde. So just be aware of that energy. So you may feel a little bit slower because that's what retrogrades do. They do bring us back a little bit. So we reflect, we renew, we regroup, we revisit things. So you might find yourself a little bit in contemplative mode at the beginning of September, or maybe at certain points throughout. And what do I want out of love? Is what I'm doing working for me? Is there something that I've missed? Because Mercury retrograde can sometimes bring things back. So this can be really either exciting, okay, or it can really be a reminder of what you don't want. It's like, no, I choose something different. I choose something better. So we can certainly have some green lights there for love, granted with a little bit of slower energy coming in here. But let's get into your reading and see what we've got. We have satisfaction coming in here. Your heart is open. It's very green, very connected with that heart chakra. You let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. Self-love and self-care is more than just treating yourself to a spa day or giving yourself a day off work, right? Self-love is about loving yourself. And everything starts from within. Love starts from within. If we don't love us and we don't treat ourselves properly, then we're not going to be able to teach someone else how we want, need, desire, and deserve to be treated. So it all starts from within. And the thing is, when we embrace love from within, any connections that we make externally enhance our life. And that person is not the cause of our happiness, the sole cause, because ultimately we've found love and happiness internally, right? And then things get a little bit easier and we can actually be a little bit more selective in our choices when we're in that energy. So open up your heart there. We do have transformation coming in here for you guys as well. Beautiful. You use the power of love to move through illusions and shift into awareness. Now there may be someone coming into your world that is about to change your life in some way, right? People that we meet and we connect with and we fall in love with, our lives do change. And so maybe you already know this person. Maybe this is somebody that's completely new. Okay, but be aware of your surroundings. And I do feel that there's a little bit of an eye opener here. Some of you have been a little bit up and down in your energy throughout the summer. And now is that time when it's like eyes wide open. Our heart is wide open and just doors are opening for you in this energy. So there's changes afoot for you, which is awesome. We've got unity here as well. You understand that the love shared with another is amplified and has a ripple effect across the universe. Love, of course, being the highest vibration of all. And when we love and when we embrace love and when we open our heart and when we live our life from the inside and project that outside, it actually can shift the energy in our environment, our surroundings. And this is beautiful. Everything is connected, right? And the energy that you put out, the vibe that you put out is what what you ultimately do attract back to you. So if you're putting out negative vibes, you're putting out blocks, you're like, I don't want love, I don't want this, I don't want this. What do you want? So when you catch yourself in that energy, we all do it, right? When you catch yourself in that energy and you're like, I don't want this, I don't want this, I want love, but I don't want blah, 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 blah. Instead, I attract love. I am love. And what are you wanting to attract to you? Thank you for sending me, universe, a person who is trustworthy, honest. Thank you, universe, for sending me someone that is funny. Thank you, universe, for sending someone that is commitment-based, right? Whatever that means to you, whatever that looks like to you, right? And when we thank the universe for sending us someone, we're making the assumption that they're already here. Instead of saying, please send me this, please send me this, please send me this, right? There's a completely different energy attached to those things. So try and shift some of your affirmations, we'll call them, in this energy, because I think there may be a little bit of change in the wind for you. Now we've got the Queen of Cups. Now this is your current energy, your current state of mind. So the Queen of Cups is actually really beautiful. You're looking for love. You're open to love. You're ready to receive. You've probably done or you are doing a little bit of healing here as well. The Queen of Cups does bring that healing element to things, right? Finding calm, finding peace, finding forgiveness. And this all helps us to open our heart, to love ourselves a little bit better. And this is what you're projecting out into the universe. So you are projecting love. This is beautiful energy. Your intuition is also at an all-time high here, right? Awareness, okay? So you're aware of some shifts and some energies that are out here for you. You are aware that there is something coming in for you and you can't quite put your finger on it right now, but you're like, you know what? I trust that the universe has already energetically aligned me with somebody that will enhance my world in a positive way, right? And when we're in that energy, we're in that belief, oh my goodness gracious me, anything is possible. So that Queen of Cups is a beautiful, beautiful energy. So this is the vibe that you're embracing, that you're putting out there. And now some of you are very much just focused on yourself and your heart space. You're focused on loving yourself, taking care of your own needs, but that's perfectly okay, right? Because that's not blocking anyone off or anything like that. That is really putting you in a wonderfully energetic, wonderfully positive energetic state. And a lot of blessings can come in when we're in that energy. We also have the King of, wow, okay, I'll tell you about this in a second. We've got the King of Swords and we also have the King of Wands. Now, this can be where you're setting your intentions to bring someone in. And we also do have the Hermit coming out with that as well. Now, the Hermit is a Virgo energy, so you may be calling in or attracting in a Virgo person. But the Virgo energy that comes with the Hermit is also a solitary energy. This is where you go to reflect, to heal, to set intentions, to do that soul searching, and to figure out what star, what wish, what dream you are putting in that lantern. And this is moving you forward in a way that you want to move forward in, right? So you're very much connecting with your higher self, you're connecting with spirit, and you're very much in this Hermit energy, but I feel in a positive way, especially with this Queen of Cups, right? I don't feel like you're necessarily hiding yourself away from the world. Sometimes we get that with the Hermit card, but considering we've got the Queen of Cups coming in here as well, I think you're really preparing yourself for something that is long lasting, something that is healthy for you, and for someone that you can really connect with on multiple levels, physical levels, emotional levels, and also intellectual levels as well. So someone who is very spiritually a match for you, okay, on many, many levels there. So the Hermit energy, like I said, can also be Virgo energy, and this can be what you are attracting in, because that is the energy that you're attached to. Now we've got the King of Wands and the King of Swords. So we got two kings coming in here. This is awesome. Number one, this is your energy. You are taking the lead. You're taking charge. You're very clear about what it is you want. With the King of Swords, we get clarity, a sense of purpose, right? We're thinking about things. We're willing to communicate. We're putting ourselves out there in a very healthy way. But this is a leadership energy. Like, I am in charge. I am making decisions, making decisive actions there with that King of Swords, right? But I'm willing to get out there. I'm willing to talk. And with the King of Wands, you're willing to get out there and explore your options, talk to people. The King of Wands is a very adventurous energy, very excited kind of energy, and is one where you're filled with passion and you are, you know, really taking action and initiative to get some love going in your life, to get yourself in the flow. Now, the two kings can also be people that you're attracting in here as well. The King of Wands is somebody who has matured from the Knight of Wands energy. So they still like to have fun. They have a sense of adventure. They've got some passions that run deep. They're probably very creative, probably one hell of a magnetic attraction to this person, right? And some great energy coming in here. They can be serious and mature when they need to be, but they also do like to, you know, explore and get out and, you know, go for dinner or go, you know, connect with nature, whatever it happens to be, right? They like to have a little bit of fun, but they're king energy, so they're mature. The King of Swords can be in combination with the King of Wands, and this can again be somebody who is very intelligent, someone who is a really great communicator. They've mastered the art of communication here. And this is someone, when they know what they want, they're going to speak their mind. They're going to speak their truth. They're going to be very honest. And these are all in the upright for you. So they're going to be very honest in what they have to say. All right. So this can be amalgamated into one person, or we can have multiple different options coming in here for you guys. So I do feel that for some of you, there is more than one potential match there for you. And this is what you are calling in. You're looking for someone with these qualities, these mature qualities. And the kings do commit to things, and they are successful, and they have a little bit of a backbone, you know, and they know who they are and they know what they want, right? So that can be a really great energy, right? If that's what you're looking for. And again, we can have a fire sign here. We can also have an air sign here, or we can have earth with the hermit, right? So we've got a little bit of a mixed bag coming in for you. Now, why I said, oh, wow, with the King of Swords when that came out is because the energy coming in for you, okay, is the King of Swords. So not only are you attracting the King of Swords, this is the energy that you're putting out there, you're attracting it right back. So the King of Swords, so expect the lines of communication to open up for you in the month ahead. Expect more messages, more possibly fated meetings, fated encounters when we get this particular card as well. And again, the King of Swords energy is somebody very mature, someone decisive, someone who you can really talk to probably about a million different subjects. Somebody who is a logical thinker, but they're also very intelligent and wise in that, right? So that is highlighting what is actually coming in there for you. So you are very much in alignment there, and you are attracting in a match, a beautiful match for you. And remember, we've got that unity energy, we've got that transformation energy, and we also have the energy of satisfaction. So this is really lining up for some positive things. We have the Nine of Wands, we've got the Moon, and we've got the Wheel of Fortune coming in there. So fated meetings, fated encounters. The Wheel of Fortune does bring in an energy of fate, lining you up with a destined meeting, a destined encounter, a destined circumstance. The Wheel of Fortune is where we expand our energy. You've got the energy of Jupiter really working in your favor. Now, I will say that Jupiter is retrograde as of September 4th, but it is still benefiting you, and it is in the sign of Taurus. So we've got the earthy energy. And usually when we have a planet that's going retrograde, right, it is slowing us down a little bit, and we are thinking about things. So sometimes when we get the Wheel of Fortune, this is where things are really positive, and we can get surprises, and we can get things that are really meant for us, but we can have a lot of luck as well with that, right? But it sometimes does feel a little bit chaotic, right? Because it is change, right? And so in this energy with Jupiter slowing down a little bit, it'll be gradual changes or something, these chance meetings, chance encounters, these fated meetings, right? are a little bit easier to deal with, right? Something that comes in a little bit more gradual rather than, hitting you on the side of the head and, knocking you off your feet. But whatever your situation is, the Wheel of Fortune shows that your fortune is about to change. Your luck is about to change, all for the better. You've got some really good karma. The energy that you are putting out there, the beautiful energy that you are putting out there is all flowing back to you now. So full steam ahead, expect some changes ahead. And it's because you're doing the work and because you've been patient and because you had your ups and downs, you're getting back exactly what you deserve. Now we do have the Nine of Wands here as well. And so with the Nine of Wands, I do feel here that, there is an energy of needing to put up some boundaries. Okay. There's also an energy here of breaking down barriers as well. So it may be that someone comes in and you've put up some barriers there. Okay. And this person coming in is going to break down those barriers in a healthy way. They're not going to overstep your boundaries. They're not going to do anything, that they shouldn't. Okay. But they are going to kind of knock down a little bit of a wall that you may have built around yourself. Now, the Nine of Wands also does indicate seeing something through to completion. So for those of you, you're still kind of on this little bit of a healing journey, right? We do have the Hermit. We've got that Queen of Cups there. And with the Nine of Wands, you are seeing that journey through to completion, right? And in that, you're like, okay, I just have a few things to get done. And so you are getting in alignment, right? And there just might be a little bit more of a slowdown, right? Again, that Jupiter retrograde may be what is kind of keeping you grounded and keeping you from rushing the work that you probably know that you need to do on yourself, okay? But it's also teaching you how to build healthy boundaries and to stick with them as well. And, boundaries are very important. And sometimes we want love so bad, or we want a connection so bad, or we don't want to be alone anymore so bad that we're willing to compromise on our convictions and we're willing to let someone overstep our boundaries that we've taken so long to put in place. But I feel here in this energy that you are going to keep those boundaries up because they're healthy, they're necessary, and they're good. And I think here in this energy that anyone who, does not honor and respect your boundaries, I think you're going to say no. You're going to be like, nope, you're not what the universe is sending me, because they're not going to send someone to me that's going to disrespect me. And that may be part of a life lesson that you've been learning. But we do have the moon coming in here for you as well. Now the moon is, it's Pisces energy for one. Okay. And we do have water energy coming in here a little bit for you, but I feel more that the moon has to do with how you feel, your emotions. And I feel as though, even though there might be some fear or hesitation that you are feeling around opening your heart to love, right? That Nine of Wands. Okay. You might be a little bit skeptical. Okay. The moon energy there, I feel as though you're preparing yourself to, kind of just face your fears a little bit, do something, get out there and meet people, maybe get out of your comfort zone a little bit. And we have to do that in order to change our path, right? And so I feel like some of you are very much recognizing that there's been something within you, something internal that's holding you back. And I feel like there's a little bit of a breakout here from this energy. Now, the moon also shows that you may need clarity around something. And so because the moon can cast shadows, can cast a little bit of an illusion. So I feel like here that if you need clarity on something, you're going to be getting it. It does really represent your intuition. And in your energies here that you are attracting in, I mean, you've got the Queen of Cups, right? Highly spiritual, highly intuitive. You've got the Hermit. I mean, hello, right? Big, big, big energy of connecting with spirit, but also your intuition, right? And then the moon is where you're connected with your emotions, but you're also very highly intuitive at this time. So just like we have awareness coming in here with this transformation card, I feel as though you're having a personal shift in your energy here. And it's not because of anyone else. It's not because of anyone that waltzes into your life. I think this is internal within you. And this is really going to help you moving forward, opening up your heart and really recognizing love when it comes in. So I think it's a great energy coming in here for you. All right. But ultimately the moon can bring surprises as well. So surprise. Okay. As can the Wheel of Fortune. So with the Wheel of Fortune and the moon, prepare for the unexpected. Okay, something hidden comes to light, or something magical happens. The moon does carry a little bit of romance and mystery and magic to it. And yes, both the Wheel of Fortune and the moon card can bring those surprises. So you might meet somebody, and initially they may not seem like the kind of person that you've been manifesting or attracting in. And then they might surprise you, especially the King of Swords. Because the King of Swords can, kind of like the Queen of Swords, come across as a little bit cold, as a little bit like not necessarily super warm and fuzzy, right? And it's because they lead with their throat chakra. They lead with their mind. They lead with their voice, with their communication, right? They're very smart. They're very intelligent, and they can carry a conversation about many, many subjects. But they don't necessarily wear their heart on their sleeve. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that they don't have love to give or anything like that, because they do, but they just don't necessarily project that. So sometimes that can be a little bit of a surprise, and that can be where, you need to keep that open heart, open mind, because the more you talk to this person, the more you kind of would click with this person, and you're like, oh, they're actually not quite what they initially seem to be. Right? So they might be a little bit misunderstood initially, but ultimately really quite positive here. Now the moon, like I said, does bring some love and romance, right? So beneath the steely, cold, smart, intellectual exterior of the King of Swords lies passion, lies love and romance, and the softer, gentler side of that energy. Now, yes, of course, you could have a Pisces person coming in there for you as well. All right. Now, the challenge. Okay, the challenge this month, we do have the Knight of Swords. Now, this is about communication. So this can very much be tied to the first part of the month where we've got Mercury retrograde. So the Knight of Swords is action-oriented, is communication-oriented, quite often delivers messages, right? So you could have some communication snafus. Again, you might find that communication is a little bit slow as we start off the month, but also the challenge is going to be here for some of you, because this is very action-oriented. The Knight of Swords is very quick-moving energy. So patience is probably going to be a little bit of a challenge in your month ahead. And also, like I said, some communication snafus or slowdowns there. But also, how should we say, avoiding impulsive action. Right? Because the Knight of Swords, it's like a very go-getter energy, right? It's one where, okay, look, I see what I want. I'm just going to go for it, or I'm just going to be impulsive. And sometimes in those impulsive energies, we kind of do some things or say some things that we regret. Okay, so a slowdown in communication is probably going to benefit you. And the Mercury retrograde may benefit you here as well. And the Mercury retrograde is actually in Virgo. So it's in that hermit energy. And so in that, this is where the Mercury retrograde can actually be really positive, because instead of just going for something willy-nilly that we may regret a little bit later, instead we're slowing down a little bit and we're paying attention to some details. So we're opening our mind a little bit, and we're thinking about things a little bit more than perhaps we were previously. So this can actually save you, okay, from making, a little side step there, okay? We've got the Four of Pentacles, we've got the Eight of Cups, and we've got the Sun. So this can be really positive energy for you guys as well, but of course this is a challenge. Now, the Four of Pentacles coming in here is bringing stability and security, great. But it can be a very closed off kind of energy, especially in your challenge position. So perhaps part of the challenge here will be opening up fully to someone that you meet, opening up fully those lines of communication and letting someone in. This can also represent a challenge in being flexible. And sometimes we need to be a little bit flexible in our energy, in our way of thinking. We don't want to make snap judgments about people, right? We want to maybe talk to them a little bit more and get to know them a little bit more, get to know the softer side of people a little bit, right? And so you might not figure out everything that makes someone tick in 5 minutes. right? This is where it's like, okay, 5 minutes not going to work, half an hour, maybe I see some things there. So you might actually talk to somebody or meet up with them a few times before you really kind of start to figure them out a little bit. All right. But we do have the Eight of Cups as well here now. So yeah, some of you are still on a healing journey and letting go of some things in your past or some things in your present that just aren't working for you, the way you're looking for love, or just opening up might be a little bit of a challenge for you here. But I also feel here in this Eight of Cups energy that letting go may actually be a challenge for some of you here as well. Sometimes we do get in the energy, especially if you've been single for a long time, or if you are like jealous of people, envious of people around you that have love and have those connections in their lives. And, maybe you've got a friend that goes online dating and you're like, how do you always find these connections? I'm always swipe away, swipe away, swipe away. And so sometimes, in that energy, we may tend to latch on to somebody because they're there, not because they're the right person for us. So sometimes saying no with the Eight of Cups and walking away may be a little bit of a challenge for you. So just be a little bit aware of that energy. All right. And because, I feel like for some of you, that's kind of like a cycle that you're trying to break. And we've got a new cycle coming in here with that Wheel of Fortune. So, so we may feel a little bit of resistance energy, at least at earlier in the month. But ultimately, I feel here with the Sun energy, I do feel here because the Sun is showing up in your challenge position. I do feel that possibly making a long-term connection has been challenging. Trying to stay positive has been a little bit challenging. But ultimately, the Sun card shines a beautiful light on your entire reading. And the Sun brings clarity and chases away the shadows of the Moon. The Sun is the happiest energy in the deck, whether it's upright or reversed. And when it's in your challenge position, it's a little bit like being in reverse. It's more like being sideways kind of thing, but it's still a positive energy. So I think skepticism is replaced with optimism. Perceived failure, okay, or lack of connection or short-term connections that fizzle out is replaced with a really positive vibe for you. And the Sun does rule Leo. And again, we've got Virgo going direct in the sign of Leo on September 3rd. So this can really kickstart something really positive for you guys. And again, with the Knight of Swords, okay, very, very, very impatient kind of energy sometimes. And remember, we do need to remember that when we do your monthly readings, okay, the energy doesn't just start and stop at the beginning of the month and the end of the month. There's a lot of things going on, especially when we've got, fate and that wheel of destiny that's there for you. We have to allow things to play out, right? So, and when we do your monthly readings, the energy is coming in and this is what's being activated for you in the month ahead, but it can take about 6 months to play out. And the Moon is playing a key role in your reading, and the Moon cycles do take about 6 months. We've got a new Moon in, where are we? A new Moon in Virgo. Hermit energy, right? Hermit in the Moon, new Moon in Virgo on September 14th. Okay. And the intentions that we set at that new moon can take about 6 months to play out, right? We would look at our full moon in Virgo about 6 months from now. Some of you could have some things coming to fruition around the end of September though, right? Because that's when we have a full moon in your sign, full moon in Aries. And this is a culmination of energy that started at the new moon in your sign in the spring. So have a look back at the last 6 months. What has changed? How have you changed? What has already blossomed in your life? What has fizzled out? And you might be figuring out what might be coming in for you, because the Sun does bring success and happiness, abundance in your life. It can bring connections, it can bring clarity, and of course it brings happiness and joy and all of these wonderful things. Now, because you've got the Moon and the Sun coming in here as well, for some of you, we are coming into eclipse season, and we did have eclipse season in spring as well. So there might be something either activating for you in when we do get the next round of eclipse, or something coming to fruition for you as a result of our previous eclipses. So you do have some synchronicity showing up in your reading here. And of course, it all depends on your circumstances. So even if even if everything doesn't play out by the end of September, don't give up hope, right? Because it does take some time, depending on where you are. It does take some time to play out fully for you, right? And it's all about being activated in this energy. So no matter what your situation is, part of the challenge might be to stay positive, but ultimately the sun is shining a beautiful energy of abundance into your heart, and of positivity and happiness and joy into your heart there as well. And probably bringing you maybe a little bit more insight into things, right? Because you're really clear about things here in this energy, so you can, no one's going to pull the wool over your eyes with this energy. Okay. Now, by the end of September, your overall outcome for your reading here, we do have the 10 of Wands. Now, the 10 of Wands can be, of course, a slightly challenging card, right? But it is a completion of your journey, right? We've got the 9 of Wands here. So some of you through September, you are very much working on seeing something through to the finish line. You're working on getting that final completion that allows you to move forward into your next steps, right? Lighter and brighter than you were previously, right? So you're still doing a little bit of work on yourself. The 10 of Wands can represent that it's been a struggle to find love, right? And for some of you here, we do have a slightly different energy in this particular deck. In this 10 of Wands, you could actually be your time to blossom, your time of harvest here, right? And your difficulties, your challenges, right? This is that end of a cycle there for you, and you're about to blossom and move forward into a better cycle with that, right? Because we do have 2 10s coming in here, and 10s are endings, but they lead way to new beginnings. And so I think you're being very much, you're getting in alignment for those new beginnings, right? Picking those flowers, right? Something coming in. Some of you may actually get some flowers, by the way. But with that 10 of Wands, it's like, nope, we're done with the old. We're ready for the new. Let's get at her. All right. But the 10 of Wands also does come in here to remind you and to show you that, you know, sometimes on our quest for love, we do feel stressed. Right? The 10 of Wands can be a stressful kind of energy. And, you know, don't put such a burden on yourself. All right? Because, you know, the thing is yes, we all deserve love. Okay? We all deserve love, joy, happiness, but it does reside from within. And sometimes it takes some people longer to find the real love that they're looking for and that they deserve, because quite often we've got some life lessons that we've had to deal with as we've moved through our journey to find love. And sometimes relationships work out and sometimes they don't, and then we get hurt, and then we've got to heal, and we've got to go back into hermit mode. And the thing is that, you know, we do see people around us, right? It can be challenging as a single person. It can be very challenging to get out there and see your friends, you know, coupled up and partnered up, and especially if they, you know, show quite a bit of public affection out there, you can be like kind of rolling your eyes like, oh my goodness, just leave it, give it a break already. And so it can put some pressure on you, you know, but the 10 of Wands is really saying here for you in this energy, don't put so much pressure on yourself, okay? Love will come. We have to open. We have to put ourselves out there. We have to be willing to talk to people. And when we're in that energy and we're welcoming things in, and we're, you know, attracting in the right kind of people because of what we put out, our burden gets lighter. So try not to put so much pressure on yourself, right? Maybe you've at some point given yourself a timeline. I need to be married by this time and have children by this time and do this by this time. And the thing is that time is fluid. Time is a constraint that humans have placed upon ourselves. And when we put time and calendars in place, we actually did ourselves as humanity a great disservice. Because before, we used to be more connected with the earth and the stars and the sky. And, you know, time really just went by the seasons, right? We were more at one with the universe previously, right? So it's like start and stop. That's why I say with the monthly readings, right? Don't just look at it as those starting at September 1st and ending September 30th, because it really does spill over and it really does carry over. And every single one of you is in a different scenario, right? So some people are going to be having things come to fruition this month. Other people, you're getting yourself in alignment, and then things are going to start showing up for you, right? But you're all at a different place. So don't put so much pressure on yourself. But we've got the Knight of Swords coming in a second time. So I do feel that you are opening up the lines of communication. And of course, we're overcoming Mercury retrograde, because then Mercury goes direct in the sign of Virgo. So this is giving you some practical energy, but is also getting you out of hermit mode and getting you out there and communicating and meeting people. We've got the Six of Swords coming in here as well. Now, the Six of Swords, I love the Six of Swords, especially as your outcome, because you're moving forward into a new horizon, a new beginning. You're moving forward into something a little bit better. Your troubles, you are leaving your troubles behind, whatever they look like for you. And you've got a better outlook on things, and things are balance, peace, harmony, calm waters are all coming in here for you guys, right? But this is a card of forward movement. Now, the Six of Swords is also an energy of a really positive communication, right? Because quite often it does come with resolving issues or finding compromises and things. So with this energy, it's like two people willing to communicate in a healthy way and understand what each person wants or needs, or, what someone's outlook is, right? And so it's like this very symbiotic kind of conversation that can come in here. So is a really positive energy there. But the Six of Swords also is those life lessons that we've learned. Okay, so I think some of you are moving forward because you've learned your lessons. Thank you very much. And now those doors are opening up for you. But this is also a card of protection and guidance, right? And forward movement. So Spirit's got your back. Okay, guiding you, protecting you, and helping you move forward in the direction that is best for you. And of course, with the Empress card showing up for you as well, as bringing you love and new beginnings. For some of you, this is a time of harvest, something blossoming in your life, love blossoming in your life. And for others of you, you are headed in that right direction to find that new love. The Empress does bring beautiful energy. And of course, it's Venus energy, which is direct. Hallelujah. All right. So loving that, the way this is playing out for you. Okay. A lot of possibilities, a lot of potential there for you. So let's just get a final message for you guys here. Thank you. Oh, wow. We've got 3. Okie dokie. Well, we've got moon dance coming in here. So again, the moon cycles are probably playing quite the key role in your love life. Right about now, right? Remember, the moons represent the cycles in our life, right? The new beginnings, with the new moons, the full moons bringing things to fruition, or helping us complete a journey or make decisions. With the moon cycles, again, we can have eclipse energy, especially with the moon and the sun coming in here. So either the eclipses that started months ago, okay, are active in your reading right now, bringing you something here, shifting you forward, or the new eclipses that we're getting coming up in eclipse season. I don't have the date written down exactly, but bringing us a lot of change, right? Eclipses do bring about some mystery. So the moon dance energy here is really connecting you to the moon cycles, but also to the stars, right? So you got blessings coming in here for you, and is also connecting you with a little bit of mystery. With the rose garden energy, expect to blossom and transform. Now it is card number 9, so very interesting because you already have the Hermit card coming out, card number 9. So I feel like here you're opening yourself up to love. There's something transforming and blossoming in your world. The rose card brings about beauty, right? The Empress brings about beauty. You don't need to chase love. You're attracting it to you. So your ability to attract the right people, the ones that are going to enhance your world in a positive way, right? Like a moth to a flame, okay? You are attracting people into your life, right? So this is very wonderful energy for you, right? So you don't need to, this Knight of Swords there, it's a challenge not to go and chase somebody, right? You don't need to chase anyone down. Okay, just take that step back, let them come to you. But the Rose card also shows that you are blossoming and transforming. And again, we've got transformation energy right there. Queen Bee energy, you are confident. You know who you are. You know your worth. And again, this is a little bit of an energy, right? The Queen Bee, the worker bees come to the Queen. So you are full on in receiving mode. These are the things that are aligning for you. It's card number 11. 11s represent new beginnings, but number 11 in and of itself can possibly represent a little bit of that fated energy. Sometimes people liken the 11 to like a twin flame or a soulmate, that kind of thing. But whatever it is, the Queen Bee, you are open, you're abundant, you're nurturing yourself, you're nurturing your heart space, and you are attracting all kinds of things to you, right? Like that moth to a flame, the worker bees come to the Queen. She doesn't need to do anything, right? Just emit those beautiful pheromones. So again, I do feel like all of these things are being attracted to you. You are attracting them because you are putting out all of that energy, and it starts with that Queen of Cups. I'm going to leave that there for you, Aries. This turned out to be quite a little bit of a longer reading than I had initially intended. However, it's probably for a reason. So I hope there was something here for you. If there was, please like, share, subscribe. Let me know where you're watching from, what's going on in your love life. Do you have any connections right about now? But I thank you guys for watching. If, by the way, you are watching this reading by August 31st, I do have a contest running on my channel. The deadline to enter is the 31st, so depending when you see this, you might miss it. All you need to do is to win a free personal reading, and if you miss this one, don't worry, I'll have another one down the road. All you need to do, though, if you want to enter to win a free personal reading, is like this video, subscribe to my channel because it is for subscribers, and comment in the box down below, I am abundant. Okay, and I will know that you are entering for that reading. And again, if you missed this one, don't worry, I'll have another one. So you'll have another chance. All right, just stay tuned on my channel. I'll announce the winner September 4th. So I hope you have a fantastic September. All of this beautiful energy being activated for you. So open, receive, and prepare for change. So thanks, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.